Hey there, Heather, hello there, Strict Cutter Devil, welcome you to the first of the 10 super fight cards for Rummys Corner, the famous YouTube channel that at times takes a look at several boxers and their careers, him ranking the top heavyweights, lightweights, the weight divisions, and even put in top 50 fights voted by the fans, like all that. So as you see, 5 of the 6 fights here are those contents. Now, as I said in the prelim video, the first fight card will be fights 50, 40, 30, 20, and 10 on his list. Plus, randomly placed within the 6 events is a women's match. And by randomization, the women's match will go third. And, the match. So we'll be ready to go. We're at Guadalajara Coliseum because that's where Marco Antonio Barrera, that's his hometown, so his hometown fight in Guadalajara. So let's get on. So we'll view all 6 of these fights. Right now they're saying that Bernard Hopkins pronounced Trinidad, it's a 50-50 match. David Tua is favored to be Ibuki. Solandi and Hartman, it's a close fight there. Marquez and Pacquiao will probably be split. They're saying Marciano will be Wolcott and Morales will be Barrera, the Battle of Mexico, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so the first fight is Bernard Hopkins in the middleweight against the welterweight Felix Trinidad. The great Spider Kelly cutman for Hopkins. Trinidad's cutman is Danny Mancini for Guadalajara. Frank Shane, your announcer. Julia Blocks, ring the card girl. Your referee is Sylvester Abenza. Judges of Trella Hill and Manuel Coba. Danny Calhoun, your ringside expert. Bernard Hopkins, the executioner from Philadelphia, 6'1", 166 today. His biography, career record 53-6-2. Light heavyweight title with 3 organizations. Middleweight with May, who's a middleweight and light heavyweight champion. 20 defenses of the world middleweight title. That's amazing. He's the oldest boxer in history to be the middleweight and light heavyweight champion, and the oldest title to win a world title, surpassing George Foreman, because he beat Jean Pascal, boo, the Canadian, to be the light heavyweight champion, surpassed Foreman. Now, unlike most title belt boxing tournaments, these guys haven't fought yet, but this is a different universe. It's called the 50 fights, 10 fight cards. The top 50, Rummys Corner 50 fights with 10 fight cards. Well, of course, the fight cards could only be 2, 4, or 6, so I went with a 6 fight card. There will be a ladies match in every one, so it's guaranteed. So you got him, and you got the Puerto Rican Felix Trinidad from Cupe Alto, 5'11", 163 today. Here's lifetime record 42-3. WBA middleweight title, WBA light middleweight, pair of light middleweight, so and a pair of light welterweights. So we'll see what happens. All fights are 12 rounds, and all fights will be ran automatic.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
These two guys. That left eye is going to probably be the both of Trinidad.
The judges' votes are in, and here, ladies and gentlemen, is your winner.
Well, the scorecards, the unofficial scorecards say Hopkins will take down Trinidad. Well, he had that knockdown in the 10th round. That would be the big difference. And Trinidad does have more scoring, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Hopkins has sent Trinidad packing. Don Trellis says 114, 114. Ooh. Okay. Avalon Hill says 114, 114. And Hopkins, Koval 115, 114 Hopkins. But 2 out of 3 judges say it's a tie. So we have a tie between Hopkins and Trinidad. Wow. I thought for sure Hopkins would win because of that knockdown. Let's see if the judges made the right decision. No, they definitely can't. Hopkins' punching accuracy was there. Like, okay, sure, Trinidad had more combinations and just as much jabs and hooks, but the crosses were definitely there for Hopkins and the uppercuts. Anyway, the second fight is the one that was picked number 40 by Rummys Corner. Ike Abebuchi, the heavyweight from Nigeria, against David Tua from Samoa, a heavyweight boxer. See Jack DeForest and Tony Bernstein as trainers. Mexico, Jimmy Lennon moves into the announcer's booth. Holly Kishier, your ringside girl. Sean Curtin, your referee. Joe Horn, Steve Corbo, and Juan Su Yun. Your judges, Javier Aguirre Flores, your ringside expert. So these two. Ibabuchi from Nigeria, the president, as they call him. He was born in Nigeria but went to Dallas, Texas. He's 6'2", 235 today. 20-0 international heavyweight champion. He does hold wins over David Tua. Before being incarcerated in 2001. Well, you can't do that. Can't do that. And David Tua from Samoa. He now lives in South Auckland, New Zealand, but it doesn't matter. He was born in Apia, Tua man, as they call it. Born in 1972, 5'10", 238. 52, 4-2 in his career. WBC International Heavyweight title. So we'll see what happens.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh. He's gonna go see after Kia's got him. Looking pretty decent, but he's gonna end up on the wrong end of the line, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your decision.
Well, I think this fight is definitely too low. The scorecard say 116, 112. I mean, Ayabuchi's got some swelling that's probably going to ruin him in this fight. We'll see. I have been wrong before. Let me say that much. So, what will Jimmy Lennon say? He says Joe Horn says 116, 112. Yeah, I believe it. Steve Corbell says 117, 111. Ooh, he puts it a bigger advantage. And Juan Zhu says 115, 113, 4. Della Tua. Much deserved. Well deserved. Yeah. Iwabuchi did not fight that well. He did have a few swell. Alright, so this is a women's match. You've got Giselle Salandi and Heidi Hartman, junior middleweights, fighting each other. So one from Trinidad, that beats Salandi, one from Germany, Heidi Hartman. So, it'd be nice to get these two girls to fight junior middleweight. The announcer's Joe Humphreys, the referees Mickey Van. With Paul Smith, Luis Escalona, J.L. Legland, your judges, Don Coss, your ringside expert. So Giselle Solandi from Trinidad. She died in 2009. Wow. She was 22 when she died? Wow. She was magic. 5'7", 145. She was a legend in Trinidad and Tobago. 17-0. Light middleweight belt. Sustained, of course, Giselle, but with a G. Sustained car accident. Jeez, she would have been probably the best around. And Heidi Hartmann from Germany, from Uplangen, 5'10", 158. She was 11-2-1. She was the WIBF junior middleweight champion. Yes, the Landy, she's really gonna win. That's what they say. We'll see. Including cut. The sale might not last. Lady's gotta get in there.
The judges' votes are in, and here, ladies and gentlemen, is your winner.
There's the blue. Well, we got to cut under the red light for some landing. It looks close. Officially, it's 114 and 14, but we'll see what happens. in the ladies' fight. Paul Smith says 151-13 for Giselle. It's a big fight. Luis Escalona says 171-12 for Hartman. Wow. That's huge. And who's the next one? Third one is 115-115 for Solandi. Wow. Giselle Solandi. Hartman by one, but Solandi wins. That's a shocker. I would have wanted Hartman to win, or at least a tie. I think they made the wrong decision. Wow, the punching accuracies there at the cuts. Solandi did have more jabs, crosses, combination, but the uppercuts were huge. Hartman's hooks. Well, anyway, here's the number 30 fight. Juan Manuel Marquez versus Manny Pacquiao, both at lightweights today. So we'll see what happens. Michael Buffer, you should be in the main event. Well, the referees Terry O'Connor, Omar Quijada, Madaro Villalobos, and Hank Meigers. Your judges, Shane McLeod, your rings expert. Juan Manuel Marquez Dynamite from Mexico City. He's getting a well-liked round of applause. He's in Anaheim, but he's 5'7", 136. 54, 6-1. A lot of featherweight, super featherweight, and lightweight belts. And Manny Pacquiao, Pac-Man. Wow. Pac-Man fever. From Bukidnon, Philippines, and now General Santos City, Philippines, 5'6.5", 137. 54, 4-2, welterweight, light middleweight, light welterweight, lightweight, super bantamweight. He has a lot of these things. Ring Magazine Fighter of the Year 3 times in the 2000s. Well, we'll see. He's here in Mexico.
One, two, three, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Pacquiao gets back up. They're champion. Right here in Mexico.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have your decision.
Oh, there's nothing left. Pacquiao. And in 2 rounds, Juan Manuel Marquez crushes Pac-Man into thigh powder. Wasn't even close. Well, that was a TKO win. Nice job by Marquez. And Mexico goes bananas. Caramba. Here's the number 20 fight of all time. Rocky Marciano against Jersey Joe Walcott. Pair of heavyweights from different eras. Johnny Addy is announcer. Rocky Burke, your referee. Robert Gilson, Dave Paris, and Erky Mironen, your judges. George Foreign, your ringside expert. Rocky Marciano, the Brockton blockbuster from Brockton, Massachusetts, born 1923, died 1969. I think in a plane crash. He was only 46. 5'10", 188. 49 and Donut, world heavyweight champion. Jersey Joe Walcott, I think, won the world heavyweight belt. Pappy Joe, as they call him, born 1914, died in 1994, so he was only 80 when he died. From Camden, North Jersey, 6'0", 186. Today, 51, 18, and 2. He was the world heavyweight champion one time. So we'll see who wins this one.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8.
Marciano gets up on his feet. He usually doesn't lose his fights.
One, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Boom!
Ladies and gentlemen, we have
Marciano was almost knocked out, but he knocked out Wolcott in the 4th round. Boom! That's a comeback. Yeah, Jersey Joe got him in the 3rd round, and it looked good for him. But boom, within a minute 33 of the 4th round, Marciano got his own back. Boom. What a knockout of Mr. Wolcott. Oof. And finally, our final round, the number 10 fight on Rummy's corner. Eric Morales, the featherweight against the junior featherweight, Marco Antonio Barrera. Out of Mexico, Mark Bureau, the announcer. Jose Cobian, your referee. Larry Layden, Michelle Hellstrom, and Pascal Procpio, the Canadian judge, are judging, and Rocco Del Sesto, your ringside expert. Gotta do my inner Mark Bureau. Ladies and gentlemen, the principals. Fighting out of the red corner from Tijuana, Mexico. He is 5'8", 137 pounds. A lifetime record of 52, 8-0 with light welterweight, super featherweight, super featherweight, super feather belts, and a great professional career. Here's El Terrible Alec Morales. And in the blue corner, from Mexico, by way of Mexico City to Guadalajara. He is 5'6", 134, 67, 7-0 in his career. Super featherweight champions. The man from Mexico, the babyface assassin, Marco Antonio. So now, 12 belts of fighting. Here we go. Well, I got the close cut under Morales' right eye, and right eye swelling for Barrera. So these guys are really going after the right eye. They're both predominantly left. It's one except they see better on the right than the left. Myself, it's the other way around. Morales taking it to Morales. 1-7. We're really going after each other here.
The judges' votes are in, and here, ladies and gentlemen, is your winner.
The experts say it's going to be Morales. He fought early, Guerrero came back in the middle rounds, but then Morales came back. We shall see. Let's see what Mark Bureau says. What do you have to say, young man? Well, I shouldn't say young man because Mark Bureau is old. But whatever. Let's see what he's got. Larry Layden says 114 all. Ooh, creepy. Michelle Hallstrom says 115, 113, 4. Morales. Will it be Morales? Proctiel says 115, 114, 4. Oh, yeah, Marco Antonio Guerrero. We have a tie. Ooh, second draw of the round of the tournament. We have a tie. Well, what does the stats say? Well, I'll be honest with you. Morales had the punching accuracy, but he suffered a cut, so kind of 50-50. When I look at jabs, hooks, crosses, combos, uppercuts, it's all Morales. And punches missed. Well, Morales didn't miss much. I think Morales should have won a split decision, but, well, oh, that's all right, though. It will be a draw. So we had 3 people from the right corner win. Solandi, Marquez, and Marciano. With David Tuo, the only one winning the blue corner to win. And 2 draws. Hopkins and Trinidad was a tie. Morales, Barrera was a tie. Didn't want it, but, it doesn't matter. So that's the first fight card. The next fight card will be coming up soon enough for fights 49, 39, 29, 19, and 9 coming through to you. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamonds. Adios.